Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Kris Hutchinson. So last week we launched ads for our book, Make Every Day Your Payday. And within 24 hours, Facebook rejected all of our ads. Now, this is something that happens to everybody, and it's not a big deal, even though you feel really defeated at the time. But there are things to do here. So Facebook will tell you why, that they feel like your ad isn't in compliance. For us, it looks like it's a get-rich-quick scheme because of the title of the book is Make Every Day Your Payday. Now, what they don't realize is that we're talking about building businesses. This is not a get-rich-quick. We're not trying to cheat anybody or scam anybody. But their AI flagged us for some reason. So what we had to do was go back through and request a review. So that way someone with human eyes can go through and actually see our ads, check out our landing page, and see exactly what our product is. Now, this usually takes a few days, but it's happened to us before. If you remember back, I think it was February, our entire ad account was shut down for something similar. So these things happen, but it's not the end of the world. Now, while we're waiting for Facebook to review the ad, we're moving on to Google Ads, and we're going to launch those probably today or tomorrow. So we're not just sitting around waiting, we're moving forward. We have plans in place to go to other platforms for our advertising. So I just want to share that with you. If this is something that happens to you, take a step back, look over all of your copy, make sure that it is in compliance. And if it's not, then make the changes that you need to make. And sometimes it's just as easy as shifting a word or two. And we've had this happen before with Facebook's dynamic ads. And with their dynamic ads, what happens is you give them 5 different headlines, 5 different post texts, and 5 different descriptions. And we were using the same ads for probably 3 months before they got rejected. And suddenly they rejected all of them and we had nothing running. So what we had to do then is, instead of using the dynamic ads, we had to create 5 separate ads with headline 1, post text 1, description 1, headline 2, post text 2, description 2, etc. And when we did that, we found that it was one headline that they rejected out of all of the different, the 15 combinations of text that we had. So what we had to do there is just take that headline out, put them back into dynamic ads, and everything moved forward the way we expected it to. So if Facebook does shut down your ads, keep calm. It's not a big deal. It happens to everybody. There is a process in place that we just have to follow. I get it that it is a pain in the butt, but that's what happens sometimes. So make sure that you're not putting all of your eggs in one basket. If Facebook does block your ads, then move over to Google. Find some YouTube. There's all kinds of different places to advertise on the internet. Don't just rely on one in case something like that happens. So that's everything I have for you today on the Money Wheel, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.